Chicano students have been underrepresented in society for a long time and have attempted to stand up for their rights. Throughout the late 1960s, Chicano students in East LA took part in what is now known as the East LA Walkouts. Students were not satisfied with the conditions they were being taught in and decided to take action. East Los Angeles consisted of a large Chicano population, but the school system was one meant for the commodity of white students. The 1960s were a time of great inequality in America. Certain groups were mistreated and considered as inferior to whites. Chicanos faced racial discrimination and were disadvantaged in schools. They had a negative reputation due to their high dropout rates and were put into special education classes. High school students noticed the difference between their schools and the white schools in other communities nearby. Once the students found motives to protest and collectively organized their demands for change, they took action and got the attention of the school board. Students were encouraged to protest their school's conditions and were supported by certain activist groups such as the Brown Berets and UMAS. In addition, students at Lincoln High School found a supportive mentor in civics professor Sal Castro. He encouraged students to put their concerns on paper, and as a result, the Chicano students expressed their concerns by writing in their Chicano Student Movement newspaper, and also attempted to be heard through their newspaper La Raza. These newspapers were used as a way to spread their message to the Chicano community, and also as a way to inform the school board of their intentions. Students wanted the system within their schools to change and were willing to protest in order to achieve better suited education. The LA Walkouts did not consist of one school walking out as a form of protest, but was a series of events that played out with multiple schools. The series of events helped Chicanos get the attention of more than just the school board, but became an issue covered by the media. The walkouts grasped the attention of newspapers such as the Los Angeles Times and Chicano newspapers. From March 1st to March 8th, 1968, approximately 15,000 students walked out of classes from the high schools in Los Angeles. These walkouts caused local police to take action and try to contain the situation. They did not want the students to get out of control and turn to violence as a method of security. As the students walked out of their schools as a way to demand equality, police physically attacked them in order to stop them from leaving the schools. Edward J. Escobar's The Dialect of Repression provides an instance in which, quote, LAPD squad cars massed around the campus to intimidate the strikers. The students, however, climbed over the fences and the police presence provoked minor violence. Some students threw bottles at passing police cars. The police retaliated by attacking the demonstrators, peaceful or not, and arresting anyone who came to their aid. End quote. Students found themselves being beaten for standing up for their rights. They were opposed by police brutality that left many people injured and many arrested. In March 1968, the students put together a list directed to the school board to state their demands for change. This list was published in their newspaper, Chicano Student Movement, and contained a total of 38 demands for the school board. These demands offered various ways to make their education more inclusive of their new Chicano identity, and threatened to continue the walkouts if their requests were not met by saying, if not blowouts baby, blowouts. The LA walkouts were a way to ask for equality in the schools. The author in the article states, we want rights, rights, student rights, our rights. Students wanted to have a learning environment that allowed them to learn properly and have the same opportunities and access as the schools in other white privileged communities. In addition, students wanted to have a school system that allowed Chicanos to feel comfortable and safe sharing their culture. Although the East LA walkouts led to police brutality, arrests, and government trials, it put Chicanos in the political scenes. The Chicano community wanted to change the way things were in East Los Angeles and took action as an attempt for equality. Their actions influenced the school board to meet some of their demands and caused change for Chicanos to some degree. The East LA walkouts gave Chicanos a place in history and shows that actions must be taken to make change. These walkouts empower Chicanos and other minorities. They taught people that they can stand up for their rights and can influence others to take action.